Every 31st of January, we do our first conference. Members of the church from faraway countries will be here with us. Every sister should come to the party with the required amount of blood. Failure to do so, your blood will be the one to be included on the feast. We eat cakes, rice, potatoes, fish, and drinks made from blood. This is how we take people's blood in public areas. We have containers with 2 holes, so we'll put the yellow viewers. Welcome once again to another educative episode of African Confessions HD, right here on Extraordinary Africa. My name is Solution Uncle. If you're still new in the show, we publish lifetime confessions. Usually we publish anonymously for their own safety reasons. And if you do have a story you want to share with us, feel free to contact our PR on his WhatsApp number +263 775 597 775, or you can contact him on his email address fidelgoch@gmail.com. Viewers, I do not waste much of your time. Let's go straight into the confession. Yellow Solution Uncle, please publish anonymously. I am a lady who grew up in the northern part of Zimbabwe. I was born and raised in the rural areas of that country. My life was at a moderate level. My parents were teachers. They were going to work, so they never failed to pay our fees. This problem, I think it started when I was still a child. We were going to this church, I can't mention, but it's a very popular church across the world. At that church, we were Sunday schools, those kids who could be doing Bible lessons whilst elderly people are in the church service. So our priest organized this thing for us. They were people who were based in Europe, who were also members of the church. They have their own kids. So at the end, we ended up, each child was with a friend in European countries who could be sending gifts for him or her. You know, we are those ones who are at the poverty side of this world, so we're the ones to be given the gifts. When I was almost finishing grade 7, I received this gift of a doll from a friend who was in a country I can't mention. I grew up, went to secondary education, finished my secondary, went to tertiary education. That's when I started feeling something was wrong. I failed to pass. I tried everything. There was these modules. I failed to pass at all. This troubled my parents. I was very good at high school. I was very good at primary school. So what was happening? We don't know. I was behaving well. I couldn't go to clubs like other students. I was always studying, aiming higher. I know it was very difficult for my parents to earn that money. So I never have that feeling of going to partying during study times. But it shocked me and my parents how I failed to pass those modules. At the end, I dropped out of the university. My parents have that aim of me passing my tertiary education so that I can be their next breadwinner tomorrow. Since I was the firstborn, I went to a tertiary vocational training center. I started doing fabrics there. I passed that one. At that college, I met this boy. We liked each other. We're of the same type. He is a quiet one. I am a quiet one. He is so handsome, and people say I am beautiful. Everyone in the campus said we were matching. We did it with the guy. He was older than me, but he was behind, at a level behind the level I was at the college. So I finished my fabrics and went and started designing garments for musicians, doing such a lot of stuff. My guy continued with his education till he graduated. We started staying together. Stayed together. Before we went and stayed together, I decided to leave some of my belongings at my parents' house. Those belongings include my shoes, my old shoes, my gifts from other boyfriends I dated when I was still a child, that doll I was given. When I was about to leave the door in the wardrobe, I noticed the door have a zip at its back. I opened the zip. There was thousands of $100. There was a lot of money in that thing. I took the door and went with it to my husband. I told him the whole story. I showed him the receipts when I received that thing from a friend who was overseas. He believed me. We started using the money. We bought mansions. We bought cars. We started business from the money. I started a very big fabric business. My husband did accounting, so he was assisting me at that business. For almost 3 years, we never knew something was wrong. We gave birth to our baby girl, and she died. We became suspicious, but not that very much, because I was still chatting with that friend, and she seemed to be Christian. Later, we gave birth to 2 boys who were twins, and the last was a girl. They grew up. Now the boys are 18 years. The girl died at 16 last month. What happened is that my husband started dreaming, seeing 2 little men, showing the whole drama which has happened from when I saw the money to where we opened big markets across the globe, and said, the 2 men said, we have done a lot for you. It's now your time to pay us back. We want your daughter. My husband was troubled. He told me the story, and I said, let's give them the daughter. So our children were studying in China. I lied to her that we wanted to buy a new iPhone phone for her. She came to South Africa. The 2 little men told us to put 1 million rands under the mattress. Then the child will sleep on that bed. During 12 midnight, we heard a weird voice of the girl crying. We knew something has happened. The following morning, the daughter was mentally ill. and she later died. So from that time, I have noticed I was being used. I was going to meetings with those people. Those people are members of an evil group which is being led by a goddess which dwells under the ground. So now they are promising, threatening to kill my remaining children if I not attend the next meeting. All over these years, I was like dreaming. But that time, I knew it was a real thing because every 31st of January, I dreamed being at a party. So we do our parties under the ground. Everyone should come with blood. I used to go with the blood of my daughter's period pain. Some came with blood they took in streets. Some sell ladies' products like lotions, rings, necklaces. Some are nurses. Some sell pens so that they can have access to your blood. Now they're about to kill my children. It's better I confess so that they can kill me and leave my children alone. That's my story and that's how we do. Please publish it anonymously. I will be in trouble with my relatives because I have done a lot to them. Listeners, 2 hours after I received this message from this lady who is saying she is a member of this evil cult, the same person sent another message. Here is the message. Good afternoon, Solution Uncle. Hope you'll be publishing my stories anonymously. Don't forget that I will be in trouble with my relatives. There is something I forgot to tell you. Is there anyone who can help me solving this problem which is eating me up after I sacrificed 2 of my relatives? I thought one of them was a relative, but his mother lied to the family. Biologically, he is not from our family. So I am in trouble with his ancestors. He was a cousin to me, a son to my uncle. Now his ancestors are causing all sorts of problems. I no wonder why this cult of us is not assisting me, but I did it for them. Is there anyone who can help me to cease spiritual attacks like that? Because I am in trouble. I can't sleep. I can't use those mansions. I'm always staying in the beer hall, at taverns, drinking because I have stress. I killed my one and only daughter. Now my sons are on the verge of death. My husband is blaming me for all this. He is threatening to tell everyone what I did. At our culture, if someone do something like that, he or she will be killed. I am afraid to die. Thank you so much, my sister, for publishing your story. Listeners, I would like to thank you so much for tuning in today. That was our first story for today. It's a confession from a lady who is saying she was initiated with an evil cult through a friendship, through a gift. It's a clear lesson we've learned from your story. We have learned from your story. What I only urge you is saying, go and seek God. Repent in front of church congregants. Repent in front of your relatives. All those people you don't want to know about what you did, they should know. Because at the end, you'll be in trouble. That's not a lie. Killing a human being is not killing a chicken. A human being is a human being. So, ladies and gentlemen, to everyone who was listening, we have learned, guys, we need to pray each and every time, everywhere we are. The devil is everywhere. The devil is everywhere. So we should be very careful. Otherwise, we might end up being used. People are getting rich because of us. To the sister, I urge you to go and seek God. Comment section, guys. I want to hear your thoughts. What's your advice to this sister of us? Until we meet in the afternoon. Bye for now.